You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6:30.
It should be a lot easier, and that's unfortunate.
2 years after their son was diagnosed with autism, that family is still jumping through hurdles to get him proper therapy insurance will help cover. It wasn't until December there was a brief breakthrough, but a change in insurance in the new year crashed those hopes. Target 3 investigative reporter Renee Cooper is with us now. So, Renee, what's the holdup?
Jennifer, it's really a series of unfortunate events that peaked when Weston's family here found a health care provider and then almost immediately lost coverage for them under their health insurance a month later. But this story goes beyond any one insurance company, revealing blockades built into the law and a health care desert in eastern central Illinois. Hiding behind Waffles the Penguin is 5-year-old Weston Ohl.
Oh, he's a lot.
His parents, Chris and Ashley Ohl, describe their only son as a lovable, driven kid and a ball of energy. His patterned behavior is part of growing up with autism spectrum disorder.
You see everybody having kids and stuff all the time. You never even think of something like that.
The diagnosis came when Weston was 3. Fast forward through almost 2 years of figuring out how to best care for Weston, and the Ohl's insurance finally approved him for an in-home applied behavior analyst therapist, or ABA.
Basically, it's just everyday therapy, several hours a day. Just kind of like intervene and let us know that there's a lot of other people like us too, so that helps.
Just 30 days later, that safety net came crashing down when Ashley's employer switched their health insurance from United Healthcare to Blue Cross Blue Shield.
And we never seen it coming.
Chris said they were looking at upwards of $3,000 a week to keep his therapist at an out-of-network rate. So they had no choice but to abruptly halt his therapy February 1.
That was a bad day.
It almost seemed like everything was just going out the window that we had worked on.
Holes in the drywall made by Weston's fists and his head quickly became physical reminders of the importance of that therapy.
Everyone preached you need ABA therapy, and we're just like, we're trying. So it was a little exhausting.
3 weeks later, Weston got back on track. The company handling his counseling agreed to work with the family while the back and forth with insurance continued. The Ohls got approved for Medicaid, also provided by Blue Cross because of a contract with the state. Flip through the booklet and you'll find Weston's therapy should be covered. The catch is his provider wouldn't accept it.
It's really hard to find that precise care in our area, and there's no arguing that for sure.
This printed provider directory for the family's primary plan lists about 500 ABAs within 100 miles of the Ohls. But first,
he has a lady that oversees it all.
A board-certified behavior analyst. There are only 29 of those within that 100 miles. The closest is 40 miles away from their home in rural Danville.
I mean, you have to be realistic. I mean, you can't be driving 2 hours to 4-hour therapy 5 days a week, one way. You can't.
Now, the Ohls got some good news just in the last week. Blue Cross sent a letter saying they can keep that original therapist at an in-network rate for now. But they've yet to see a bill, and that waiver protecting Weston's access to therapy dries up on August 1st. Then the future is unclear all over again. There's much more of this story online, including how seemingly one small amendment to state law slashed the number of available therapists for Medicaid customers down to a couple dozen in the entire state. Jennifer, back to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is not the only family going through this.
There's tons. We can't quite quantify it, but lots of them.
Renee, thank you.